Ray Rice has been out of football since 2014 when he was cut by the Ravens after video surfaced of him knocking out his then fiancée in a casino elevator. He's ready to get back to the NFL and told USA Today that he's willing to donate his entire salary for 2016 if he signed. This coming on the same day free agent defensive end Greg Hardy visited and worked out for the Jaguars, but ESPN sources say the team has no plans to sign him. Hardy was suspended the first 4 games of last season for his role in a domestic violence incident in 2014. Marley, I want to start with you. What's your reaction that Greg Hardy continues to have teams looking at him while Ray Rice is willing to volunteer his salary to get a shot?
The bottom line is that sports aren't about character or the kind of person that you are about performance. So if Ray Rice doesn't ever play again, it's because teams have concluded he can no longer be a contributing member to this team. If Greg Hardy does, it's because they've concluded that he can contribute to this team.
100% with you.
I can't get out of my head the amount of women in Baltimore who wore Ray Rice jerseys and gave him a standing ovation when he walked into that stadium. But that's not unique, and I'm not saying anything against the Baltimore fan base. Nothing. And I love that city. Love it. It's not unique to them because every single fan base cares about the performance on their team. If the players in the other team, if you're over there, if you're on the other one, you're the villain, you're the wife beater. But if you're in my team and you wear my uniform, then it's a different story. So the scrutiny is different. And bringing it to baseball, the fact that the MLB and the MLBPA, they reached the first agreement on joint domestic violence, which happened exactly after, quote unquote, and just to use an NFL term, the fumble that we know that Roger Goodell did in Ray Rice in the beginning that later was corrected. And they have a domestic league violence policy. I'm sorry, a domestic violence policy for the league in place where you get a specific amount of games, supposedly, but you really don't. And they had this landmark statement where now we saw Aroldis Chapman get 30 games. We saw Jose Reyes get 52, and we saw 82 for Hector Olivera, which pains me that I'm mentioning not only people that I like and respect, which is very, very hard. These are players that are very talented, that I respect and actually really admire some of them. And it's very difficult as a reporter to just kind of toe that line. And as a woman, but you know what? Aroldis Chapman right now is considered the main trading chip for the Yankees because it's all about performance. And he gets standing ovations at Yankee Stadium. And Greg Hardy will get standing ovations. Ray Rice, maybe he won't get the opportunity because he can't play anymore, apparently.
Well, don't forget Jose Reyes just a few weeks ago,
absolutely.
Right?
I was there.
With the Mets fan base.
Yeah.
You were there. You were at the game. Yeah. You're absolutely right. This is what I look at. You know that scale of justice? Yeah. You know, some of them still exist out there.
It's supposed to be blind.
Okay.
Yeah.
But it's supposed to be. But I kind of, and you're right. I kind of look at this like, okay, what does Ray Rice still have left in the tank, right? By the way, let's let people know. We're talking about $885,000. $885,000. That would be his salary if he was to play a 7-year vet, by the way. So you know, what does Ray Rice still have in the tank? Obviously, a lot of NFL teams don't think he has much. Now, there were a lot of injuries last year that happened at the running back position. And I think Ray Rice could have contributed to a team but didn't get the call. Why? Because the off-the-field issues, calling him in, the media circus that would happen, the video that would be played over and over and over again that we have seen time and time again far outweighs what they feel Ray Rice can contribute to a team. Where Greg Hardy, I think it's a different situation. You got to work out with the Jacksonville Jaguars.
But it's not the same thing.
Right. But he's not dragging you by the hair.
But what Greg Hardy can contribute to a team, the scale of justice is different.
Yeah, Ray Rice, let's be honest, the year before, he had a down year. Yeah. I don't have the exact numbers in front of me, but like the 4 years prior.
His last year before he played.
And that's really what it was. I think it's a combination of both, but I think it's more so that, yeah, they don't think, to your point, that he's going to be as much production.
But and I'll use the word shocked. I was shocked that somebody did not bring him in,
or talk to him. Just talk to him.
At least for a tryout. At least for a tryout, a workout.
Especially
see what he can do. But again, it's because that scale, that video, and I think the video has more weight than what they thought the Ray Rice can contribute.
And I'm gonna revert to what you said about the NBA. It's all about business. At the end of the game, I need an element that's going to take me from point A to point B, and if that's Hardy, so be it. You know what? And yes, there are pictures. They're not as available. They were not all over the place. I mean, that video
was everywhere.
Yeah. And you can still download it. And it was, to me, it was appalling. The pictures,
They're appalling as well.
Yeah, but they're not as brutal, and it didn't make him
graphic.
look as animalistic. It was almost barbaric.
But then again, Ray Rice is doing, and let's say, and it's something that Molly mentioned before when we were off the air, he's doing the right thing now.
Yes, he
right?
is.
So he's
become the poster child
for
anti-domestic violence.
Supposed to do. So has Jose Reyes.
Could it be
and what about Greg Hardy? He hasn't.
So he has. I mean, I don't think he's even ever admitted that he did something wrong.
Did you see that interview with Adam Schefter where he was unaware at all? He showed no remorse.
The only thing he's done is he changed his Twitter picture to a smiley face, to a happy face.
Yeah. So then you sit down. So Ray Rice has said, Ray Rice has said, I'm not justifying in any way. And I think that every time we play that video, we victimize Janae Rice again. And it's very, very difficult for me to watch it.
Yes.
But the point
That's a great point. It's not fair for her to keep having to relive that and her family.
And you know what? That family is trying to put it back together. They're trying to do something about it, which is better than most of them do.
Yeah.
So maybe, but the only reason, like I said it from the beginning, if he doesn't play, is because, I'm sorry, if they don't pick him up, it has nothing to do with media attention. It's he can't play.
But it's because, bottom line, business. I need this element that's going to take me from point A to point B, and if you're not it, it doesn't matter how good you're doing, you're a buck short and a day late.
But it's not even about getting signed. It's a workout. It's a cup of coffee. It's coming in and seeing and having the coaching staff watch and having the medical staff look at him and say, what do you have in the tank? I mean, we sit here and we're assuming that he really doesn't have anything left. And we're basing it, you made an excellent point, Molly. You said, you know, he ended on a very bad note.
In 2013,
But do we know? We don't know. He's not even getting a tryout because all the off-the-field circus that's going to come into play with the media far outweighs what they think he'll be able to contribute.
And again, I just want to add, I do appreciate, like you said, that he's done everything he can to turn this around and to make it better, the best of his ability. As for Greg Hardy, we did not see that remorse, and with the Cowboys last season when he was with them. Coming up, an NBA player is showing Tupac some love. Stay tuned to find out who it is. We'll get into it.
First Take is brought to you by Infinity, luxury cars that deliver inspired performance. And Office Depot Office Max, gear up for great.
KD, he got some new ink, guys. It's a picture of Tupac covering most of his lower leg. You can see it there. Whoever did the artwork, it's beautiful. Looks just like him. And then at the bottom of the tattoo, he has the logo of Wu-Tang Clan. So, ladies, jump in wherever you want. I just want to get your thoughts on this.
Well, pretty interesting. I just read that Wu-Tang apparently had made a comment that Tupac's death changed hip-hop forever. So maybe that's... I mean, I know we're trying to analyze a tattoo.
This is it. I'm gonna steal, because I know nothing about this. I'm not even gonna pretend. I'm gonna steal some quote from our producer, Stephanie Frenier, and she said, "Does this mean that LeBron has to get a Biggie tattoo now?"
Fair.
So there we go.
And Antoine had something to say. We should add what Antoine said. Well, he should get an E40 tattoo.
There it is.
There's a real relation in the Bay Area.
Yes. Well, I love ink.
Yeah.
I love ink, and whatever it is that
I love it.
So,
with all due respect to that artist, I can't unsee that. I can't unsee it. I don't like
that bad? No.
I mean, again, we're analysis on a tattoo. Obviously, he's moving out to the Bay Area. We know Tupac, West Coast rapper. And again, I just read Wu-Tang, said that the Tupac passing changed hip-hop forever. So, I mean... So,
obviously, he has some connection. Do what you want to do, right?
Instances in life, whether it's a breakup with a boyfriend, whatever the case may be, and we get a tattoo because it's significant.
Yeah,
Thank God for
breakup with the boyfriend.
That's all I have to say. Thank God for laser removal.
Marley thinks he might not be appreciated.
Thank God for lasers.
KD, do what you want. We're all over this guy. I had so much fun with you ladies. Marley, Claudia, Anita, I really appreciate it. Thank you.
Bring it in, Claudia.
See you Monday. It's the new era with Max Keller.